20 months, that's how long it's been since I've been skiing. I'm glad that it's starting again. Today I have two action cameras with me, the GoPro Hero 10 and the Action 2 by DJI. And look at what a fantastic winter landscape there is in the Italian Alps this year, already in November. Today I want to understand which of the two cameras is better suited for shooting when skiing or snowboarding. For this, of course, I will also shoot in 4K 120 with both cameras. I'm also interested in how the Action 2's shots look with the particularly wide field of view ultra-wide when mounted on the chest mount or the helmet mount. At the end, I'll give you feedback on how the two cameras handle the cold and explain in detail which settings I used. But before that, let's have a look at the shots. But please don't expect triple backflips. These are just normal skiing shots that any average skier could do. See you in a minute.
I was born for the war, I was born for the battle. Let the cannons ring and the thunder rattle. You won't see a white flag lifting over me. When the smoke clears, it's me that you see. I love the fight. I love the fight. Take your best shot, another miss from the corner. Gonna give all I got, gonna last through the fire. You won't see a white flag lifting up from me. When the smoke clears, it's me you'll see. I love the fight. I love the fight. I won't back down, I won't give in, 'cause in the end, I love the fight.
Okay, so what do you think of the footage from the two cameras? By the way, as always, you can find links to both cameras and the accessories I used today in the video description. Both cameras actually worked well and didn't cause any problems. There were no unexpected crashes despite minus 10 degrees Celsius. In this context, however, I have an important tip for you if you want to use an action camera when skiing. On the ski lift, I always put both cameras in my jacket pocket and did not leave them on the chest mount or the helmet mount. Otherwise, sooner or later every camera will give up in such temperatures. I usually use the Action 2 without the front touchscreen module. On the ski lift, I then connected it to the front touchscreen module, otherwise the battery would not have lasted very long. As you can see here, the display of the Action 2 deactivated in the cold. If I have seen this correctly, the front display on the GoPro has also deactivated. However, since the camera was usually attached to a mount, I couldn't see this clearly. Both cameras are well suited for skiing. I have been using the GoPro for this for years. What I noticed positively about the Action 2 was the vibration feature. The vibrations, for example when switching the camera on, were also very noticeable when the camera was mounted on the helmet. The magnetic mount mechanism makes it very easy to attach the camera to the helmet and remove it again. In addition, the low weight of the Action 2 is particularly noticeable when mounted on a helmet or a pole. As far as the settings are concerned, I fixed the ISO value on the GoPro to 100, set the sharpness to low and the color to vibrant, the typical GoPro colors. On the Action 2 I set the ISO value to 100 to 200. Unfortunately, you can't adjust the sharpness there. You can only fix the ISO value to 100 if you also set the shutter speed manually, which would be rather cumbersome with changing lighting conditions and the camera on the helmet. You've seen the shots. How do you like the image quality of the two cameras when skiing? Just write me in the comments. If you like the music, you will also find a link in the video description. There will be more videos about the GoPro Hero 10 and the Action 2. Give me a like as feedback if the video was interesting for you, and see you next time.